How's it going, everyone? It's Haz again with another big guide for Lies of P, as there's been lots of requests for explanation on the P organ upgrades and mechanics, since this is the part where you can mess up your character the most. So in this video I'll go through some of the best upgrades you can choose from and also explain why they are better than some of the alternatives. I won't list the healing items and pull cell upgrades since those are quite obvious. If you need more healing, then make sure to choose the pull cell limit and recovery, since they're quite a significant boost. You can use it more, and healing also becomes 20 to 30% more. Now, as a warm-up, the first recommendation to choose is the Stagger strength on charge attacks and also the increased stagger duration. Stagger is one of the most important mechanics in Lies of P, as it will allow you to deal fatal blows to elite enemies for large amounts of damage, and staggering also gives you quite valuable vulnerability windows where you can dish out some more damage, and frankly there will be lots of fights where you'll just pray for a stagger. On this footage I tried the same strategy against an elite with all stagger upgrades versus no stagger upgrades, and as you can see with stagger upgrades I could stun them after just 3 charged attacks, while without stagger strength I couldn't stun them at all until they died after 5 hits. So 3 hits versus 5 with such a slow heavy hitting weapon is very noticeable, but also keep in mind this was just pure heavy attack test, and you can help staggers by perfect blocking some of their attacks. Stagger duration is also very useful, as it seems to increase the time that they are vulnerable on the ground by 50%. That's a whole 2 seconds of free time you can choose to either dish out some more heavy attack damage or repair your weapon, whatever you need. So I also recommend taking this one. Next one is possibly my coolest find in the game so far that I'm excited about. It's the enhanced attack when durability of weapon is at maximum in phase 2. I know this sounds really awful at first glance, but once you learn the game a bit more and understand how it works, you will realize that your main source of damage in this game are your Fable art attacks that are just absolutely busted. And while normally this upgrade would be useless or too hard to use, once you have your Fable charges, you repair your weapon to the maximum and unleash your Fable attack that's going to deal around 25% more damage than if you would just use it normally, which is a huge upgrade. It would normally feel like a good choice to take the generic damage upgrades in the P organ, but according to my test, they are really underwhelming of being 5 to 10% upgrades at best after 2 choices, and compared to this single upgrade being 25% for a single slot, you can see those are quite a waste and there might be better options to choose from. So this maximum durability upgrade is my most recommended option in the game if you're looking to make some really OP one-shot builds. Now that we have established that Fable arts are absolutely broken, we would do best to put points into this category as much as possible, so naturally the bonus Fable slot major upgrades are a must, combined with the extreme modification amulet for bonus damage, along with the increased Fable attack damage you can take, but I also like to take it further by also choosing the increased consumables upgrades to be able to have 5 Fable catalysts on you instead of just 3. Additionally, you can also choose to upgrade your Fable catalysts that synergize well with these, so that they restore more than 1 bar with each use. It's a 50% increase in fact, so you can potentially spam more of your Fable attacks at maximum durability. Once you're deeper in the game, you will unlock your Wishstone cube that will become an alternative way to heal yourself or use other beneficial effects, but the bad part is that the cube is extremely clunky and slow by default, but if you take the increased Wishstone speed from phase 3, it actually becomes really fast and will give you potentially plus 3 healing slots if you choose to go that route. Definitely recommended this one too. For defense, I can't stress enough how important it is to take Rising Dodge from phase 2. There will be many elites and especially bosses that will completely knock you down and stun you on the ground, only to be helpless and get comboed into another hit without either being able to escape at all or having only a very tiny window to get away. Rising Dodge will let you dodge roll away from the ground after a large hit, and with this simple upgrade you'll save yourself potentially hours of headaches and suffering in the game, so don't skip this one. While we're at survivability, obviously it's a good idea to take all those healing options, but even if you have 10 pull cells, they might not always be enough, and your only hope is to be able to regenerate your cells with your attacks once you're completely out. Fortunately, there is an upgrade in phase 4 called the Auto Charge Pulls when discharged, and instead of a slow attack-based charge, your pull cells now will recharge incredibly fast by themselves that you can also help by attacking, making that +1 healing come back so much faster. Just keep in mind each pull cell recharge slows down, so while the first one will be really fast, the second one will get significantly slower and the third one even more. Then finally, a tip for all of you advanced build fans, make sure to take the Legion Charge Restore after enemy kills on phase 1 and phase 4, as this will regenerate your Legion Arms charge after each enemy kill by quite a lot, and by the end you'll regenerate just as much Legion charge as some of the cheaper ones cost you to use them, most importantly allowing you to enjoy your special powers and Legion Arms throughout the game instead of constantly saving them for elites and bosses. This is a really fun quality of life option and adds so much more enjoyability to the game, so I can't recommend it enough. So those are my most recommended options to take with the P-Organ. I tested basically all of them, and to be fair, the ones I recommend against the most are the flat damage increase and reduction upgrades, as they're really low percentage that are barely noticeable, and I'd much rather suggest you to take Guard Regain for defense or enhance your Fable Arts and Legion Arms, as they'll give you much more use overall fully upgraded. But that's a wrap for this video, hope it helped and you all found it useful. If so, make sure to like and subscribe and check out the rest of the channel for more Lies of P guides, as I'll continue to cover as much as possible. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all the next time.